Free of his earthly shackles, Ane Sarava still remained a prisoner of his own creation. Area 30, his workshop, and Jin's birthplace.
Oh, right. We
Who's
actually
Jin?
I don't know. We did actually manage to beat this thing.
Yeah, we beat the first part.
So, Area 30. Man, do I keep rolling Punch Sun, or do I go back to John? Very temporarily.
It looks like I can be Linda or Lucy. I can be Lucy again.
We do better when I roll Punch Sun. So after last time, we upgraded our health a lot. So let's see how beefy we are.
Working tirelessly for the good
That's
of the
pretty
people,
beefy.
Ane Sarava spent his days distracting himself from his heart.
Working for the good of the people, distracting himself from his heart. What's that business all about?
Turns out he's a hater. He hates people. I'm back so I can punch you in everything. Okay. It doesn't look like the level has changed all too much. Please desist. Okay. We should probably deal with these guys first. This guy specifically. Big shell?
That one?
Yeah, I can't hurt those guys without harming myself really bad.
Then I'll get him.
Because the problem is they do this thing where they turn all spiky, and then if I try and fight them, I just get slammoed, and it's not very fun.
I forgot they turned to little ones.
Yep.
Glibby, 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 glibby.
And that's like the most common slime thing ever, is for them to divide into smaller things.
No, I know that's what they do. Decoy has more health. Oh, okay.
Okay. Oh.
There's also the big egg thing.
Ow. Stupid slimes. I don't know if it's a stone or if it's like the slime source. Because it looks like a stone, but it only spawns slimes.
It's a goober.
Okay. So remember, Shell, today, we joke about dumb things.
Alright.
Like, we do need to work on our, like, weird improv games. So, wow. What am I thinking of? I mean, I like my perpetual, like, bad superhero, situations. I mean, I am Punch Sun. Let's,
Well, I thought people called her Spice Girl.
Yeah, you're Spicy Child.
Spicy Child.
So, we have Punch Sun, we have Stab Sun, we have Spicy Child, we got Hammer Cousin.
But if you think about it, ooh, that's interesting. There was something hidden up there. If a superhero had the power of spiciness, how would they inflict that on their enemies?
Probably just like, just straight up, just go up to their enemy and just breathe a cloud of just like ghost pepper at them.
Ooh.
Yeah, like that actually would be pretty dang bad.
I actually wonder if you could make what?
Lick me, villain!
Yeah.
For I shall prove too strong for you. The villain's just like, what? Even. But no, being
I don't know if I suppose scents or I don't really know if flavors can be put into a airborne form.
Dust.
Yeah.
Like, you absolutely...
But I just don't know if... I mean, I suppose cinnamon and cocoa and other things that have been immensely powdered.
Yeah. I mean, as most spices... What are you shooting up there?
There was a small pot.
Oh, okay. I was just like, what are you doing?
You always chastise me about not
Even,
taking care of every single little...
No. It's fine. I just didn't see anything. It just looked like... Ah! Ah!
Oh, I didn't realize I was using laser mode. Oh, well. Lasers.
Ow, 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 ow. Ow.
Blew it up before it got to me. Oh, there's a boss thing.
Yep. I will admit, this is one of those co-op games where sharing the screen is actually distinctly uncomfortable.
Is there a reason why my left bumper ability is phased out and then isn't accessible? Oh, there it goes. Maybe
Yeah,
I'd used it
think
recently.
was just, yeah, probably on cooldown.
I got distracted attempting to use that move, which is why I lost all my health there.
But yeah, pepper spray absolutely is something.
Oh, yeah.
Plus, like, if you take it a little bit more aggressively, you could probably also, like, turn into a cloud of just, like, aerosol spice, becoming, like, impervious to regular attacks, so on and so forth. But I'm trying to think of...
Oh, well, this is worthless. I use my abilities and
Oh, yeah, they're...
punch them out of
they're too
range.
focused. Oh, that's me. Heavenly Strike when I do my staff, so that's worthwhile. These could be worm superpowers. Yeah, they could be. I don't...
Wait, worm as in
Worm is...
Dune worm? Or...
No. Worm is a book. It's an online novel.
Okay.
About superpowers. Like, superpowered people. And it definitely draws influence from, definitely draws influence from Marvel and DC and stuff. But it's darker. It reminds me closer to stuff like The Watchmen, if that makes sense. You know, at George.
Okay.
You know, darker topics, themes, more death, more permanent death. Let's see, Worm is grimdark, don't know about Ward. Yeah, I haven't read Ward.
Through
Honestly,
the sweltering heat was hidden the path to a nigh Saravar.
I have not read much of Worm or Ward. Well, I haven't read any Worm, and I'm not going to read Ward until I've read all of Worm. My problem is... Ow! Oh. My problem in general is, it's hard for me to want to read anything, because I have such little time.
Hey, we got these 2 novels that we wanted to use for potential book club or something, and haven't gotten around to them either. But I suppose it's because we don't know what we want for that.
Yeah, well, at the time I was kind of putting it off because I wanted to make...
Maybe it would be better just to make book reviews.
Well, when I say book club, it effectively would be we just do like a light book review.
Removing sidewinders? I don't know about that.
It would just be like a light book review. You know, on a monthly basis or something.
But isn't that putting a lot of pressure on people in your audience to purchase their own versions?
Not necessarily.
Yeah.
It'd be non-compulsory.
I know non-compulsory, but people would feel left out.
Yeah, but, I mean, that's also not too far off of, like, anybody watching this series, for example, that doesn't own Children of Morta. Like, yeah, technically they're being left out on the fun of this game. But I think that's fine.
Okay, so that's a door to elsewhere. We'll need to go this way. Ooh. Wait, is that just a...
I think I'm gonna snag that.
I mean, sure. So that resets your cooldowns. Interesting.
It gives me rage. I wish my whip was actually a spin, like pull enemies together or something.
I thought it did do that.
No. It's just a frontal arc.
Oh, okay. But it did pull them in.
It does pull them in. It's just a frontal arc.
Oh, you mean from all around? Well, then the problem is you have got them all at every side. It'd be better to bring them all together into a path so that you can punch them all.
Well, yeah, the problem is, if an enemy is close to me, it's very hard for my whip to actually hit them. And considering how long it takes for me to trigger the whip ability, it's actually not uncommon for me to just totally whiff it.
Oh, look at this guy.
The machine chugged, but water never surfaced, stuck behind two inoperative pumps out of reach. The man warned that both pumps needed to be activated soon after each other.
Do we need to find the pumps? Also, I thought nothing organic was really living here anymore.
Wow, we leveled up simultaneously.
There's more pumps. They're going this way.
Yeah. Let's see, how many points do I have? Not many.
Well, that's scooping up the pump. Surely. Let's see. Get through the goobers.
I'm gonna try and punch the little slimes.
I think this guy's
if I
stuck in
can.
the corner spinning. Oh, now he's gone.
He was stuck in the corner. Now he's dead.
There we go. Oh, but do they have to be activated at the same time?
Soon after each other.
Soon after each other. So don't go on it yet.
One activated. Now to the other in haste.
Oh, just go fast, just
Go
go fast,
fast.
just go fast. Come on.
Sorry.
Time had run out, and the Bergson needed to start anew.
Oh.
Well,
okay.
clearing these guys out will help.
Unless it unless it comes back.
Doubt
and
it's gonna
respawns.
reset the weird nest.
Yeah, we wouldn't have time to have done
Okay.
that.
Well, let's fight through all of these guys.
Really? This
Yeah.
is
A
lot
mess?
of guys.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna die. This isn't. I don't-
Okay. Let's go
I'm
up.
dead.
Oh.
I just don't. Do you see all those guys with the? The problem is, in addition to the robots, there's about 4 or 5 of those
I'm
guys
aware.
that float, and those are our arch nemesis. They're the ones that always succeed in downing us. So I mean, sure you can strike at them from the gate. I mean, I suppose I could have even stood back behind the gate firing
Yep.
ranged projectiles, but I suppose I could have used my totem too. Watch out.
It doesn't do enough damage to kill me. Okay, there we go. Dude, we got this.
What will come back? We don't know.
I don't know if anything will. Let's see. Also, you got 3 talent points you should probably spend.
Oh, yep. But I should. So this one?
Yeah. Yeah, because your sidewinders are
Increase the damage and
strong.
range of Lucy's ray of fire while in the Guardian Rage. While in the Guardian's Rage, ignite the air around her, causing an explosion of scorching fire. Summon small cyclones. I already have these, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those just get boosted with each level.
Oh, you don't have anything else you can...
Nothing. No, I don't have any more points.
Okay, all of mine have 1 point in it. Okay, let's go.
One activated.
Whoa.
Now
Come on.
to the other in haste.
Yeah, well, it actually sent me back
I'm
to
aware.
the start.
I'm aware.
And now it's sludge.
Just break the egg. Just break the egg.
Okay. I'm down.
Yeah.
Wait, we both got downed?
We both got downed. That sucked.
Darn. What? A giant tethered beast?
Come back to sleep, she whispered. Come back to me. The halls of the spirit lay close by. Uncle Ben, a former resident of Terra Lava, knew these parts. Would they be able to defeat Jinn and free Anai Sarava? They would know soon enough.
Okay, so let's try that again.
But we don't know if...
We're probably not going to get that event again, unfortunately.
Aww.
We might.
I wanted to help the people with the pumps.
Oops. I did too. So what superpower would be super specific but super broken?
Well, I thought we already said that the worst one that possible was to make people sneeze.
Yeah, but that's not... That would be...
That's very specific. You just make
Yeah,
people
but it's
sneeze.
not that powerful. Like, you can
incapacitate someone
incapacitate
with
some villains. But what is, like, downright scary? Because
I mean, literally just pinching a blood vessel in someone will be enough to kill them. Granted, it wouldn't work on machines.
They call me Mr. Lobster, where I can pinch anything. And then, like, at a later date, somebody else, like, steals his powers. It's like, wait a second. This guy's been wildly underutilizing his abilities.
Can the body endure the mind's gamble?
Aww. Which one were you gravitating towards?
What was I? Oh, which choice? Heck if I know, or care. Like, it's kind of one of those where it's like... it doesn't matter too much to me whether or not we get it or not. Because, like, it's a small reward. Extra damage is appreciated. Okay.
Okay, almost got the giant glob down. Bloop. Have you ever seen the blob?
The blob?
Yeah.
No. Sorry, I'm thinking of the blob as in the superpower blob.
No, I'm referring to the old movie, The Blob. I've only seen parts of it now that I think about it. I mean, I'm pretty sure that my father showed us the entirety of it, but I must have been doing homework or something else at the time.
I mean, my usual answer is just, oh, there's a rune for me, actually. My usual answer is, like, that kind of movie didn't strike me as particularly interesting.
Well, you know, classic kind of 50s horror. Except it wasn't made in the 50s, was it? I'm trying to think if it was the 60s. I'll have to do some research. But yeah, it's one of the oldies. Just sort of like a Monster Mania.
You know, I never could get into most monster flick movies to begin with. I barely even like it when it's a monster flick game. You know, Until Dawn was interesting because it was an interesting character drama, but I didn't even like the characters that much.
Well, that's the thing. Often in horror stories, or when you have a group of characters trying to face a ghost or a malevolent spirit, demon, monster, scientific experiment gone awry, alien, whatever, the story is more about the characters and their interactions with one another, building up characterization through conflict, rather than the act of defeating the creature itself being the primary focus. It's essentially...
I guess in that topic,
What?
I don't even remember. When we were watching the Doom movie, I legitimately do not recall what the villain was apart from The Rock.
Well, and he wasn't even... I mean, he was doing the whole, like, bought out by military corp or whatever, taking power for himself deal. But there was also the business of... Oh, need to get out of there. Well, one thing I never like about things like Alien and Doom after a while is that it all becomes the... You know, oh, there's this powerful creature or realm to another vile universe, or... And it seems like the villain is some kind of corp that is like, let's try to weaponize it, even though we don't have no means to control it.
Doom 2016 did it kind of alright. Because they already had harnessed the powers of hell and were using it for infinite, quote-unquote, energy.
Oh, so they're using it as a giant fusion reactor.
Pretty much, yeah.
But what they don't know is that it creates schisms in the fabric of reality that lets
so much
the
that,
stuff
it's
in.
that one of their scientists went bananas. Effectively, having a giant portal to hell was not a great idea for everybody's sanity. So one of their resident scientists, you really should play Doom. Like, I know you're not big on shooters comparatively, but, like, it is good. And very sci-fi.
Look at all these corpses tied to the wall. What is this place?
Bad place. Oh, we got a summoner.
That's a really fun move. The punch.
I like the
punch,
sound.
Punch, punch.
It's not as good as, like, Dad Rage, in my opinion. Because Dad Rage just makes you invincible for a couple of seconds, and anything that hits you just takes a ton of damage. But it sounds really fun. Okay, that actually is starting to do a decent amount of damage. Okay. Messy, messy.
This is very much so.
On the plus side, we have tons of HP, so every time we get a healing potion, that's a lot of HP regain. Okay.
Let's see. Almost got all the slimes.
Yep. It is a good thing you put points into the Sidewinder's ability.
Let them go after that.
Okay. What was I even talking about? I am...
So you were talking about Doom and the evil
it's
scientist.
Just cool. That one was cool, because the evil scientist effectively... I think he might have also had some kind of sickness with him. But,
But didn't they have the evil scientist sickness going on with the movie, too?
Yeah, I think so. Oh, right, because, like, all of the people that had been there had gotten infected with Doom as well. Or, not Doom, with, like, some kind of plague, and that's how they turned into the monster, and that's... Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, which is this one? Distracts all enemies yours.
Okay. So just further distractions.
Yep. You have 2 decoys.
No, I want to take a good look at this room. What are those?
Yeah, many
So there's a bunch of skeletons, but some of them don't look human. Look at this one with the single eye in the middle.
Yeah,
and
there's a bunch. They're also very big.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. No, so what ends up happening is like half the scientists that are there studying the Hell Portal go crazy and form like kind of a rebel faction.
Right, but it's one of those instances where
And like
the demons, yeah, they want to get in, so they have to poison the minds of the people already in there.
And so the
Force them
lady
to open it
whose
up.
mind is poisoned is like, you know, I think she was frail or like there was something wrong with her beyond it.
Right,
But-
so she's like, oh, this will be my key towards immortality.
Or something
Woo."
like that. And like, yours.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
If you remember to use it. Please remember.
So those are a bunch of pulses.
Yep.
Either a pulsar.
Let's see. I hate these things.
Mm-hmm.
Just annoying. Let's see.
But yeah, for the most part, I find horror movies to be more about the characters than the entity itself. Though some of them feature the entity if they have a sad backstory, and if there's the twist of the creature, yes, is killing people and stuff, but the main protagonists are the only ones that can put its spirit to rest. Or you notice that unfortunately there aren't many horror films in which the entity is not necessarily good, but that it's technically killing the people that are defiling its land or its realm or were responsible for its passing.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's Indian burial ground logic, kind of, sort of. Isn't that the classic one? Like...
Ouch. Oh, I suppose my shield was enough to ward everything off.
where you've... Somebody, like... has... Oh, that's yours.
Okay.
Before I just accidentally grab it all.
Because I don't think there's enough stories in which the creature can be appeased.
I would watch that movie, by the way. Like, I guess the easiest thing I can kind of think of is, like, Shadow of Mordor. Where your character is absolutely the boogeyman for these poor orcs in Mordor. Anywhere from assassinating the entire leadership to
Wait, there's a way down, but
mind
yeah.
controlling and turning like various orcs into his own thralls. And like, I would love to see a video game or something from the perspective of the bad guys, where the main character is just boogeymanning in.
Hope that's you.
And so like, imagine this game, but from the
One
perspective.
held a gift. 2 hid ferocious creatures. It was the lady or the tiger for the Bergson.
Oh, you got it.
Yeah, well, that was the one where he says 1 and 2.
Yes, but we tried that the other time and 1 didn't do anything.
I think we should still keep testing it and see how
No,
often it is right.
The thing is, it was wrong when I did it.
Yeah. Let's see. But, like, has there been a game or a movie like that where it's... Oh, I guess the only thing I can think of to some degree is... Tuck and Dale or Chuck and Dale versus Evil or whatever it is. Do you remember that movie?
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't exactly from the perspective of the villains, but it was from the perspective of the axe murderers who are just trying to have a nice vacation up in...
And wasn't it that the kids were accidentally killing themselves?
Yeah, like falling into the wood chipper and just like insane stuff.
Oh, do you know what's an example of the thing that I was saying? If you think about it, Princess Mononoke. Because that's an instance in which there are people that are allied with the forest spirit and people that are directly antagonizing it. And as soon as Lady Eboshi shoots the forest spirit's head off, it becomes a monstrosity that starts to pick off everyone and whatnot indiscriminately. But they're able to appease it by giving it back its head. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it could be an instance where there are people that have kept like a part of a corpse or were directly responsible for a creature's demise or something. And so it's rampaging, maybe it's haunting a village or affecting anyone that's staying at a facility or something. And it isn't until they determine its motivations and stuff and go, oh, hey, no, it's the higher ups that are using the part of its body or something to fuel this or that. Or haven't there been instances where there's been a mother creature that's angry because its child has been captured and it is the boogeyman monster, and everyone finds out that there's the baby and they're like, oh, we just need to give it back. Actually, yeah, that's Jurassic Park 2. Remember? How for much of the movie the humans are being hunted by the T-Rex because of the T-Rex baby? And then when the scientists found out, yo, you just took this baby from its mother? Then they released it. Remember?
Yeah, vaguely.
Yeah. So then, yes, horror monster, but over the course of the movie or the series, you find out its motives. And then the good people among them.
I think I was reading a Reddit thread to that extent. Movies where everything that, like, bad that happened over the course of the movie is the protagonist's fault.
Wait, what? No, well, it depends on if there's... Oh, never mind. Oh, the third little bot.
The final little automaton.
No!
And the most in need of help.
What, are they sucking its liquids out or its energy? What are they doing to it? It looked like they had actually torn a piece of him out. That's terrible. You'll burn for this. For some reason, I can't get out of that mode? Okay.
Okay, there we go.
Hopefully it can be saved. Come back.
Inanimate, so still as if time around him had frozen.
Little automaton rescued.
Yeah, but is he alive still?
Rescued. Yours?
Okay, sure.
What other movies like that? Let's see. The entire premise of Fear, if you remember right. Kind of, yeah.
Fear?
Let's see. They made a super soldier, stole it from a super scary psychic monk, breaks free and goes through murdering an entire base. It's a little bit more than that, but yeah. Effectively, they were doing genetic experiments to create super soldiers, and they effectively found like a psychically sensitive little girl and effectively used her to breed the super soldiers.
Oh, uh-huh.
And I'm pretty sure the girl dies, but just keeps haunting the shit out of them as a
specter.
ghost.
Friend, the shopkeep greeted. Don't mind the occasional bloodstain on the merchandise. The shopkeeper said he would like to offer a discount for his rescue, but there had not been many customers lately.
Should I gamble? Or wait a minute, a ranged companion that fights by your side. Oh, it costs 3 though.
Yep, we still have a little bit more here. At some point I'd like to play the Fear games. I just don't... Like, I tried playing it a while back, and just dropped off pretty quick. I think it's one of those where visually the game has not aged that well. There's also some cutscenes that just make me kind of uncomfortable. Like, I think the end of Fear 2 is just downright gross.
Ooh. In what manner?
Like, Psychic Ghost has relations with the protagonist of Fear 2.
Oh, ew.
Which is just weird.
Ew.
And I don't get it.
It's like, so, essentially the spirit's coming on to him.
Yeah.
Trying to entice him or seduce him, right? Is that what
Something
you're
like
saying?
that. There's also, like, 4 or 5 different Fear games. It's back from the era where every game had to have, like, a sequel every year for a little while. And they started to get kind of wonky after a while. And then you even had, like, the bonus expansions and some other things to, like, extend it. And the same way with, like, Dead Space and a bunch of other games. Where, like, all great games, don't get me wrong, it's just a matter of, like, keeping up with and finishing all of them actually will take a considerable amount of time. Huh. What happened to that with the AAA industry? Because that was, like, a thing in the 2000s, and now it's kind of just dropped off.
I think it's because they haven't really found success with their franchises. I mean, look at Mass Effect. I don't know if they're going to make another Mass Effect game after the failure that was Andromeda.
I wouldn't bet on it. Oh, yeah, you needed that. Sorry.
Whoa.
Oh, you got it. Okay, good.
Yeah, should I get the little range thing? Or should we just
yeah.
continue exploring?
Well, we might as well finish this area off first.